Now, having fun in your car and being a safe driver seems like something that should mix like oil and water, okay? It should just not work together. But I truly think it can. So in today's video, I'm gonna get on the roads and talk about how you can be a safe driver whilst, I said whilst because I am very intellectually smart, whilst you can have fun behind your sports car. Now, the first thing that you guys are not gonna wanna hear about having fun while driving safely is the car choice matters, okay? For example, if you drive a slow car, I can do a second gear pull like that and still be adhering to the speed limit, okay? I'm not even going that much faster than the speed limit. I'm pretty much on it right now. And I can do that. Why? Because I have chosen a car that allows me to responsibly enjoy it to its limits while not breaking the law, okay? Because what fun is driving? What fun is ripping around your car? That's a nice RX-8. If you can't even enjoy it to its limits, if you can't really give into the throttle. And I think that's the big problem with a lot of people when they're trying to enjoy their car while driving safe, is it's physically impossible. You don't want to be using like a quarter of the throttle all the time in your fast RS5 or Mustang GT while trying to adhere to the speed limit. So what happens is you end up pushing the speed limit like crazy in attempt to use your car to its fullest. And while that may work, what happens is you end up just blowing the limit, putting yourself at risk of getting your car impounded. It's just not a good time, okay? And as someone who likes to drive, I could not imagine getting my car impounded. And I can also not imagine endangering the lives of others just because I bought a car that I want to use to its fullest, but I actually can't, okay? So if you choose a slow car fast, and this is not cope because, you know, I drive a car with under 200 horsepower, or under 150 for that matter, this is just facts. I can push my car and just enjoy it whilst adhering to these absurdly slow speed limits. 40 kilometers per hour is insane, but I can still enjoy my car because I picked the right car. A lot of Karens will say like, oh, just take your car to a track if you wanna have fun. It's not that simple, okay? Tracks are expensive. Oh my, dude, I love this car. Tracks are expensive, they're hard to come by, they're always in like bum nowhere, right? You're not always gonna get to them. So when you buy a slow car, right, you can enjoy them regardless of where you are without needing a track and still being safe. I am pushing my car right now, driving the speed limit, still adhering to that 40. Because at the end of the day, I bought a car. I knew that I want to drive safe, but I also want to be able to give this car everything it can. So that's number one, buy the right car. I'm sorry, if you bought an expensive fast car and you want to push it to its limits, you're just going to have to get a track membership. Holy cloud, dude. Every Subaru owner, that's insane. But yeah, unless you want to risk your own life, other lives, or just get your car impounded, okay? And I can sound like your mom right now. I probably sound like your mom, but it's the truth, right? I've seen way too many dudes get a fast car and lose it and get their license suspended because they just didn't buy an appropriate car for what they wanted to do it for, okay? And if you're okay with buying a car and not always using it to its full limit, that's fine, all right? You're welcome to do that. Just understand that when you want to kick it into gear and when you want to actually push it and give it, you're not always going to be able to do that. Slow car fast is not a thing that's just said by slow car owners like myself to cope with the fact that we are in fact driving slow cars. This is something that's true and allows for peak enjoyment. I'm about to give a pull. That was a safe pull right there. Now, it wasn't very exciting, but still got to hear my engine, still got to give it full throttle, and I'm still adhering. Again, why does it say 40? I don't know, but it is. So the first thing is just buy the right car and understand if you don't buy the right car, as in one that's slow, that you can enjoy to the fullest while being semi-legal on the roads, understand that you'll have to take it to the track if you don't want to be super risky. Number two, this is the second way to enjoy roads while being safe, is to find the right roads. A lot of you guys love to find roads that may have some cool twists and turns, but are like littered with houses and pedestrians and kids. I'm just gonna say, okay, if you're pushing yourself on roads like that, where there's kids playing soccer on the side of the street and there's mad houses, you are an absolute, complete, utter idiot, okay? With all due respect, I say this from the love of my heart, you're an idiot, okay? It's just facts. Now, here on the Jimmy Drives channel, we adhere to every law, but I'm gonna make this blanket statement and you can interpret it how you like. If you're wanting, okay, and again, legally, I would never promote you to speed. But if you're wanting to find a road where you can push yourself, find one that has absolutely no houses, no schools, kids, pedestrians, none of that. That's just a blank back road in the middle of nowhere. Because then, the only person you're really risking is yourself. Unless you do something dumb like pass on a blind corner, you're not risking anything, okay? Oh, dude, I love these roads. I love this car. You're not risking anyone's life except your own if you push your limits too far by ripping it on back roads with absolutely nobody, okay? Again, am I saying to go speed? No, I don't want some kid being like, oh, I went 200 on a back road, crashed, and Jimmy Drives told me to. Nuh-uh, okay? No. But what I will say is that you're only really risking your own life, and you're not even risking your own life if you're going within your limits, if you're ripping on back roads with none of this stuff here. Unfortunately, this is not a good example. This has whatever that is. What even is that? I don't even know. A farm, that car, these people, right? This, oh, why is there a speed bump here? This has speed bumps, right? This is not a safe place to do it. But if I was to find a road, and there are plenty in your city, you just gotta look a little bit, that have absolutely nothing, that is the right way to go. And the other thing is know the roads, right? Let's say that was a back road, but that had that speed bump and I didn't know that, okay? That could have flamed my car if I was going too fast. So for your location, the two things you should do, are there any houses here? Are there people that could get in the way? Am I putting anyone else's life in danger? Why'd I turn on my wipers? If not, great, it's a great back road. And then the only other thing is know the roads. Know like the roads like the back of your hand, like every vein on your hand. And then if you do that, if you have those two things, those two requirements satisfied, you're chilling. The third and final way to enjoy your car, and this is one that nobody talks about, how to enjoy your car while being safe, is go normal speeds 90% of the time. Now, nobody's gonna wanna hear this because people buy a sports car and think that they deserve to race wherever they want. That is not true, and that's also a bad way to approach having fun driving. Because if you're always having fun driving, as in sending corners, all this stuff, what happens is that's gonna become your new baseline. Like anything that's fun in life. If you eat all junk food every day, that junk food's no longer gonna hit the same. Whereas if you have junk food once a week as like a little cheat meal or whatever, the junk food's gonna hit. You're gonna be like, man, I love junk food, because you're only having it in moderation. And the same thing, you have to treat ripping your car and having a good time while driving like that, okay? Save it for the track, right? And then when you're in day-to-day traffic, when it's just reckless to go fast, go in normal speed. Because then what will happen is you're used to driving like that, right? You're just chilling right now. That when you actually get a chance to safely open up your car and have a great time and absolutely rip it, guess what? You're actually gonna enjoy that. Your baseline has reset. So yeah, keep that baseline at a normal spot, right? Because now, when you get the chance to send it on the track, it's gonna hit. I think I've explained this point well enough, right? Because what happens if you don't do this, right? If you ignore me, you're like, nah, I'm gonna enjoy my car all the time, because then what will happen is you won't enjoy your car, because when you just get used to driving fast everywhere, that's your new normal. Then to enjoy it, you gotta push it more. You're gonna, instead of going 80 and a 50, you're gonna have to go 100 and 50, which is even more reckless. And then that's gonna become your baseline because you get used to that. You see what I mean? So if you force yourself to be disciplined and drive normally where it's appropriate and only rip it when it's appropriate, you're gonna have so much more fun overall driving, okay? It's gonna be like Christmas when you're driving. Whereas if Christmas was every day, Christmas wouldn't be special. As I close here, all I wanna say, okay, is that we have this beautiful thing called nuance in life. You don't have to be on the extremes of, oh, I'm gonna drive safe everywhere. If you try and enjoy your car, you're an idiot. And you also don't have to be on the other extreme where you're like, you know, I'm not a wimp, I'm just gonna send my car everywhere. You can be in the middle. It's a beautiful thing. Nuance. You can take the good from one side and the good from other and smush them together. You can have a fun time driving where you belong, and you can drive safe where you're supposed to, and you can just live the best life. Plus, you don't have to worry about getting your car impounded. You don't have to worry about hitting some random kid. I can just have a good time enjoying my car responsibly, okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I hope you got something from that. Remember, balance is key. Scout the roads, buy the right car. And if you don't buy the right car, be prepared to get rich so that you can afford track days. That's all. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.